We all have the same thought?
The garbage bag.
Different thought.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 foreshadowing details you missed in Only Murders in the Building.
Look, nobody liked him, but can we all just be grateful he's gone, say something nice, and move on?
For this list, we're looking at easily overlooked Easter eggs and clues from Hulu's hit mystery comedy. Since we will reveal the who in this whodunit, consider this your spoiler alert. Which clever narrative twist was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. The season finale catches up to the cold open.
Does anyone else feel like there's still a couple of loose ends?
Loose ends.
I don't know, maybe it's just a feeling.
All I know is that we've run out of champagne.
As our three detectives/podcasters celebrate near the end of the season's final episode, they run out of champagne. Not wanting to let their rooftop party end, Mabel heads to get more bubbly stuff. Soon after, Charles and Oliver receive a mysterious text telling them to get out of the building now.
Get out of the building now.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation
With three
point.
exclamation points.
Whose number is this?
I don't know.
Of course, neither is willing to leave Mabel behind, so they rush to find her. When they do, Mabel is covered in blood and clutching someone in a tie-dye hoodie.
That's not what you think.
However, this scene really shouldn't come as a surprise since the first episode opened with the same sequence.
That's not what you think.
We'll have Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten.
While this cold open was easy to misinterpret, it undoubtedly holds many clues about the first season, and possibly the second one too. Number 9. Did Tim Kono have another lover? Early on, Tim Kono seems like a loner. By season's end, we have a much different picture of the victim. As an adult, Tim had a passionate relationship with Jan, an older woman in the Arconia, an apartment building in New York, where most of our story takes place.
Sometimes you welcome them in, with inhibitions lowered, with arms wide open.
Jan murdered Tim because she thought he left her for another woman, though later the murderess suspects she made a mistake. Yet it is possible the killer bassoonist wasn't wrong, and Tim actually did have another honey.
Do you see anything you got in today's packages? Okay, I don't know why this keeps happening. Well, this one is very important to me.
The strongest evidence supporting this theory is an engagement ring Tim ordered that was accidentally delivered to Bunny.
What kind of guy kills himself an hour after being desperate to get his hands on this?
Whether Tim's second mystery lover is a suspect or witness, this is likely one plot thread we haven't heard the last of. Number 8. Who poisoned the pooch? Murdering jaded New Yorkers is one thing, but rubbing out innocent animals is a whole other level of dastardly.
Me? What's wrong, girl?
While many aspects of the Kono case were wrapped up at the end of season 1, the person who poisoned Oliver's bulldog Winnie remains at large. At one point, our triumvirate of trackers suspect international rock star Sting, though he is soon revealed to be a red herring.
I'm sorry how I was with your dog. I was having a rough day.
Winnie eventually recovers, but sadly, the cat Evelyn wasn't as lucky.
This is all Evelyn's. If I don't touch anything, food, water, toys, I can pretend she's still here.
The homicidal maniac Jan theorized that the cat died due to drinking poisoned blood, but she never fessed up to poisoning the lovable bulldog. Since Winnie's would-be whacker remains on the lam, you can bet your bottom dollar the show has not forgotten about this aspiring canine killer. Number 7. The trash omelette. Our true crime nuts turned true detectives initially bond over their mutual love of podcasts when the Arconia is evacuated. Upon returning to the building, they start sleuthing before getting chewed out by an actual police detective. Following this, each team member returns to their normal life. For Charles, that means whipping up an omelet. Curiously, he soon tosses the cooked eggs into the trash uneaten. This detail teases the emptiness in Charles's life. A few episodes later, we learn that Charles used to cook this dish for his ex-girlfriend's daughter, a sorely missed human connection.
I tried to give Lucy some stability, a routine, and I would cook her favorite omelette in the morning, and she loved it, and I loved it.
By season's end, he reconnects with his surrogate daughter by text, meaning this plot thread will likely be further explored in future seasons. Number 6. Why did Mabel Mora's aunt switch apartments? In a flashback, we see a young Mabel and Tim meet for the first time in the Arconia's courtyard.
I met him here, at the Arconia, when we were 10. I interrupted a game he had to play every day.
Tiny Tim asks who Mini Mabel is, as he's never seen her around the building before. Mabel answers that she's visiting her aunt, who lives in apartment 12A. However, in the present, Mabel's aunt seems to have moved to 12E, one unit over. The mystery is further compounded when we learn that Bunny, the cruel leader of the apartment's board, currently resides in 12A.
There it is. A direct route into Bunny's. We just need to take off the grate.
Since Bunny turns up dead in the season finale, the story behind this residential version of musical chairs will likely play a big role in next season's plot. Number 5. Mabel's dream of stabbing someone with knitting needles. Each of our 3 main characters introduces themselves via a montage and monologue. Charles waxes poetic about life in the city, while Oliver describes a dance performance about the futility of human striving. Still, it's Mabel's story that steals the show. Instead of a sentimental blather, the youngest member of the group recounts a violent recurring dream.
I have this recurring dream. I'm in bed, I wake up, and there's a man standing over me. So I kick him right in the nuts and I grab my knitting needle.
In the nocturnal vision, a male intruder attacks Mabel in bed. Never a blushing Violet, she turns the tables on her attacker, stabbing him repeatedly with knitting needles. This foreshadows both Mabel's near stabbing of Tie-Dye Guy,
I will take you down to the bone.
as well as teasing Bunny's murder.
Hey, Bunny. Congrats. You're the most hated person in the building now.
It's a great example of the show's strong writing, especially since this scene and the cold open together serve as both clues and red herrings. Number 4. The fireplaces.
Should make for a fun finale. Too bad I'm gonna miss it. It's gonna be a gas.
When our greenhorn gumshoes head to a public morning event for building residents, they learn that Tim Kono didn't have many friends at the Arconia. Bunny brusquely asks if anyone has a memory to share. The only response is a question about fireplaces.
Does this mean we get to use our fireplaces again?
Yeah, he was the guy with bad asthma, right? Since he's dead, we should be able to use them now.
Tim had asthma, which is why no one could make the most of their mantles. Now that he's dead, all the residents can think of is warming their hearths and not hearts. At the time, this seemed to be nothing more than a device to show Tim's low standing with his neighbors. By the season finale, the exchange takes on a new significance when Jan reveals her plan to gas the building's residents using the now open fireplaces.
Oh my God, look what she's done.
What?
The thing! The duct! That wasn't attached to the thing!
Number 3. Opening credits clues. The beautifully animated opening credits of this show change a little in each episode. These variations tease details about the show's plot and are just one more example of the creator's cleverness. In the first episode, a literal Easter egg can be seen at the apex of the building's front archway. In the second, flashlight beams illuminate the side of the building as the show's title appears, a reference to Mabel and Tim solving mysteries as kids. The next episode features a buzzing insect outside the window of Charles, a nod to the rock star Sting, who plays himself in the show. A tie-dyed celestial body, hula dancer figurine, angel's shadow, and other clues appear throughout the rest of the season's opening credits. Number 2. The trash bag. Our 3 detectives-to-be first meet on an awkward elevator ride that also happens to include Tim Kono. The Walking Dead man talks on the phone and clutches a trash bag as his eventual avengers stand quietly behind him. Thus, it's pretty ironic they end up missing this huge clue, which was literally right under their noses. Fortunately, a fan of their podcast points out the bag and its significance in episode 8.
Tim Kono lives on the 9th floor, but on that night, he got on the elevator with a trash bag from floor 6. Why?
Another hot lead hidden in plain sight is Jan and the murderer having the same handwriting.
When did you really start locking in on me?
The notes.
Jan's J's eventually help the man who played Brazos connect the dots in another moment of wonderful narrative payoff. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Where's the ring? Many plot twists and turns revolve around this seemingly cursed jewelry item.
What the hell?
The air duct into Bunny's apartment. This connection between apartments will likely come into play next season.
There it is. A direct route into Bunny's. We just need to take off the grate.
No. Have you forgotten? I'm Brazos.
Scuttled police investigation. Suspicious lapses in the investigation suggest something fishy is going on at the NYPD.
Wait, what? Not submitted? Oh, I thought I sent you to IT.
Cinda Canning on the scene. When our heroes get nabbed by the fuzz, a famous podcaster watches from the crowd.
This could be interesting.
Coming this fall, only murderers in the building.
That's good, Poppy. That's very good. I wrote that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Exotic Instrument. With Tim's apartment slated to be cleaned out, Charles, Oliver, and Mabel break in to search for clues. They soon discover a box of the deceased man's bedroom toys.
Remember not to judge.
Among the interesting items inside is something that looks a little like a cat toy, but which is eventually revealed to be a tool for cleaning bassoons.
I don't know, what is this?
This strongly implicates the bassoonist Jan, something musicians likely picked up on before everyone else. Jan's guiltiness doesn't come totally out of the blue, as she did reveal her jealous nature on her first date with Charles.
The being second thing for me is kind of a theme. So the last guy I was dating never put me first.
Her sob story about always playing second fiddle certainly does tug at the heartstrings, but it also clearly foreshadows her eventual heel turn.
The youngest first chair bassoonist in our symphony's history, Miss Allison Tipton.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.